Robinson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 48. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First off, listen, it goes to the defense. And that really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. Jukes one defender, and he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. They'll run here following the penalty. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Packers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. From his own end zone, here we go. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the shotgun, Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
We see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Let's go.
Shotgun now for Love. His first throw is an interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. Worked through his progression, nobody available, and by the time he checked it down to the back, oh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
A toss now to Robinson.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's Penix to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Offense up to the line fast. Third down give to Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Penix now on first down. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Here's Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Offense in the hurry up here. Penix looking to pass. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Now Penix on 3rd and goal. Flush down now to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Fielded at the 7. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Jacobs has the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Chooses to bring this one out. And that hit is going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Packers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. Touchdown, Green Bay. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the offshoot quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Chased out to his right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here's Penix. He's going deep. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Penix on first down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. And it's going to be second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. Good-looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Love from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Love out of the shotgun. Complete to Shakir. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Running on first here with Jacobs. He'll cobble together a yard there. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
He's on the move. That's caught at the 4. And he drives this forward to the 6. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run. Jacobs. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
70 Lions.
Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Hey, hey, check that, check that. Check, Panther. Ready?
Going run again with Jacobs. And he's across. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Juke the defender. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
To the sideline and secured by London. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Penix. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Nixon now to return it. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or 2 short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. Buying some time right. He tucks it and takes off. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
They're set up at the 35 now. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Packers.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Here we go.
They stick with Jacobs. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
A tight end in motion now. On 2nd down, Warren. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he loses the football. And the Falcons scoop it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Look, you know I'm always trying to be positive, partner. You take away the ending, it was a great drive. Everything they were hoping for, but all that work and effort, it's gone.
And all that people are going to remember is that ending, Kate. That's all that unfortunately matters for this offense.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Working quickly here. Play action. Here's Penix. Has it downfield, working the left. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 24 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Let's go. Go.
Penix now. He lofts one deep, center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Yes.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down.
Here we go. Buffalo 18.
Defense showing blitz. Here's Penix. That's caught for the first. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. Penix working from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Strike.
And again, it's Penix. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Packers get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Warren running between the tackles. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
Okay, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
Out now for the free kick, hoping their defense can answer a safety with a stop of their own. Fields this at the 19. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Penix to throw. Finds his target, Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Penix now on 1st down. Setting up the running back screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready? Track at 60. Track 60. Track 60. Go.
From the 47. Getting out to his left. He's running with it. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. He gets 6 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Penix here from the gun. Throwing deep for the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go.
Handoff running left, Jacobs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40.
Ready. Bring it. Hunt.
Going to the ground again on first. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
19. Come on. 19 Lion.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And they get this down to the 28. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute it.
And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Smash.
First down, and they go right back to him. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Go.
Jacobs. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The Packers have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. So this is a Packers win. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played